Hi butterflies, welcome to my garden. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And now, let's get into the video. So it's me, Calypso. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's just get into it today. So initially, I wasn't going to talk about this person anymore, but I came across this article today, and funny enough, is the article is article from the same publication that put her on the cover when she first came out. In case you don't know who I'm referring to Caitlyn Marie Jenner. Okay, so ironic how she's being talked about in a different way in the same publication that put you on the cover the first time. Girl, ma'am, you done messed up. I'm gonna read the article. So it says, earlier this week, Caitlyn Jenner unveiled her first campaign ad in which she said she was running to replace Gavin Newsom as governor because California used to be the place of the American dream, but career politicians and their policies have destroyed that dream. Obviously, the American dream means different things to different people, and on Wednesday, in a primetime interview with Fox News' Sean Hannity, the Keeping Up with the Kardashians star explained that for her and her wealthy friends, it means being able to get in their private planes and fly around the state without having to see the filthy homeless. Carrying on, speaking to Hannity from, yes, her private jet, her private airplane hangar in Malibu, Jenner said her friend, who has his own hangar across from hers, is so sick of all these poor people that he's packing his belongings, private jets, etc., and moving to Arizona. Bon voyage. Claiming that she doesn't want to leave California, Jenner said, either I stay and fight or I get out of here. You are fighting the wrong battle, madam. The wrong damn battle. The wrong one. But we'll get into that later. Elsewhere in the interview, the former decathlete reality TV star questioned the need to build a high-speed rail connecting Los Angeles and San Francisco. Anyway, I'm just going to skip that part. But anyway, so she just goes on to talk about, and then it also talks about the earlier reports of her when she told a reporter that she opposes trans girls being allowed to participate in girls' sports, claiming it was an issue of fairness. That's why I oppose biological boys who are trans competing in girls' sports in school, she said. It just isn't fair, and we have to protect girls' sports in our schools. In response, Equality California, an LGBT advocacy organization, wrote on Twitter, here are the facts. Caitlyn Jenner is willing to sacrifice the health and well-being of trans kids to win votes. Gavin Newsom is not. It's not that simple. Now, when you say we have to protect girls' sports in our schools, do you understand that that is a dog whistle? Do you understand that that you're signaling to people who are transphobic and who have been making that kind of invalid point for years? They like, okay, here you have this trans woman who is saying the same thing that we've been trying to say for years, and she's basically validating it, even though you know what, at this point, I question your transness. I question it because I don't think you understand the first thing about what it's like to be a woman. Like, you're still basically Bruce Jenner with hair and makeup done and a dress. You sound like one, you talk like one, you act like one, and you definitely think like one. You are so disconnected. You are so out of touch. I can't say that enough. I question her humanity at this point. Like, where is the compassion? Where is the compassion, girl? Where is the compassion, ma'am? Just because you're about 2 seconds from the grave doesn't mean that the rest of us who still have our lives in front of us still don't have a battle to fight. If you're trying to create a mess, you're trying to start a mess that's going to take a long time to eradicate. We're still behind in the LGBT. Ironic that the T is in the end of LGBT, and you're still starting this type of shit. Like, Caitlyn, educate yourself. Like, this is such a mess. And then you're just gonna hang yourself, honey. Keep digging that hole. Just keep digging that damn hole, and you'll bury yourself without help from anyone. Okay? And now I have a stunning black dress to watch you bury yourself. Then she's like talking about the homeless and how she can't stand to look at the homeless, and her friend is moving to Arizona and packing all his belongings to go to Arizona because he just can't stand to deal with the filthy homeless. Oh, do you understand that homeless population, a good percentage, a large percentage of the homeless population, especially the youth, are LGBT? But you wouldn't know that because, again, you're disconnected from reality. Even though you're a trans woman, you do not represent anybody, honey. You do not represent anybody who's transgender. What you represent is that entitled white population, wealthy. Because I do not care how many MAC cosmetics you have hanging in your closet. And I don't care how many designer clothes you have in your closet. I don't care how much makeup you have and how much fancy things you have. You're still Bruce. And this is not me trying to misgender you. I'm just going based off what you've shown so far. I'm just going based off what you've portrayed. I'm going based off of what you have basically shown us time and time again. Because we keep trying to give you chances, but you keep just doing some stupid shit. Like, really, Caitlyn? Really? How many charities benefiting trans are you a part of? How much awareness have you tried to raise? Or do you just don't are you really that obtuse that you don't understand that you have a platform and therefore that platform comes with a responsibility? Or you just don't care and you want to be the governor of California? And this person said it perfectly. This person called Erin, she says, Caitlyn Jenner doesn't represent trans people. She doesn't even represent cis views on trans issues, considering the 68% polled are against laws banning trans girls from sports. She represents no one but herself, power hungry, ready to step on other trans people for political gain. If you were a black woman, I would say you were a bed wench. But you're not. You're just a annoying white man disguising as a white woman. This is another reason why, I hate to say this, but there's a part of me that's glad that I don't live in America, because I can only imagine how my trans sisters and trans brothers are feeling over there when they have somebody who's, at this point, you're basically the most famous transgender person on earth. And this is what you do. Like, do you understand how many girls would kill to have the platform that you have? To do something that's more constructive, something that's more positive. Just, do you understand? Like, even as a Christian, even if, like, I don't even know if you identify as Christian. I don't know what her religious background is, and at this point, I don't care. But I'm assuming it's Christian. Since she was married into that family, they all go to church, or they like to make us believe that they go to church. But I'm assuming that you're Christian. Where is the compassion for the homeless? Okay, did she come up with any policies of how she's going to help tackle homelessness issues? No, she didn't. She just complained and bitched about it because that's what she does. Has she ever given a solution about trans girls participating in girls' sports? No, she hasn't. But is there a solution that she's provided or she suggested? No, there isn't, because she doesn't have any. She doesn't come across as somebody who is intellectually in tune with the statements that comes out of her mouth. Like, I don't think her mouth is connected to her brain, because she just says whatever she feels. And it's like, okay, you say political careers and political whatever, you're playing right into that because you're stepping on the toes of many people. You're stepping over a lot of people and throwing us under the bus just for your political gain. I really hope that she doesn't gain that election, because I really didn't want to talk about this woman. I was trying to be respectful. I was trying to give her a little bit of dignity and just let her bury herself. But at some point, I just have to speak out. She says she wants to stay back and fight. Girl, you're the one who's getting a whole lot of backlash. Even what's his name? Jimmy Kimmel blasted your dumbass because he said, and I agree with everything that he says. He called you an ignorant a-hole. Well, if the shoe fits, if it barks like a dog, it looks like a dog, and it, acts like one, it's a dog. Like, this is just, I can't. Oh God. I'm sorry. Like, I'm trying to keep this a positive channel, but every now and then I just have to speak out and say, and just get real for a second and just address certain issues that bother me, because this bothers me. It does. It bothers me because I was really rooting for this girl. Like, I was rooting for this woman, and I'm just so disappointed. I was so disappointed. I had a copy of the magazine. I have it somewhere. It's part of my collector's whatever. Because I was just so, like, yes, there's one of us who is doing it. But, oh, Caitlyn, I'm going to pray for you. I don't know if that's going to work, but girl, I'm going to pray for you. That's all I'm going to say. Well, I hope I never really had to discuss this woman again, but I just had to rant for a good period of time. So, please don't let this discourage you from following me or supporting me. But we can agree to disagree. If you support what she stands for, that's fine. We can still agree to disagree. But at the moment, I just feel like she's making a lot of statements that are dog whistles, and she's making a lot of statements that are dangerous. And she is so disconnected, and she's living up to the stereotypical entitled white privileged person. Because I still, when I hear her talk, I don't see the compassion. And I feel like as a woman, we have compassion, we have empathy, and we have a level of understanding towards another person, especially somebody who is in the same journey as us. But I don't really get that from her, because over the years, she's made a lot of problematic statements. And this is just, it's getting to the point where she has to be called out. She just has to be called out. And yeah, so that's it for today. And I'll see you in the next video. So take care of yourself, protect your energy, and keep the peace.